Ladies, imagine for just a moment that your mind is doing what it does every day. You're thinking about tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. And at the very same time, you're replaying the past, the things you didn't do, the things you wish you had done, a memory from 10 years ago, 20 years ago, maybe even something from childhood. The voices, the expectations, the pressure. Now, imagine sitting with your girlfriends on a beautiful patio. Maybe there's a bottle of wine on the table. Maybe it's tea. Maybe it's just a moment to finally exhale after carrying so much for so long. You're talking about life. Then you notice another table nearby. A CEO, a founder, a COO, a business owner, a woman who appears to have it all together. The kind of woman people admire. The kind of woman who seems fearless, successful, confident, unshakable. And then you hear her talking, not about success, but about struggle, burnout, grief, identity shifts, reinvention, the messy middle. Suddenly, you're listening a little closer. Because if she's going through it too, maybe you're not alone as you thought. Then something unexpected happens. You hear the scraping of the chair across the concrete, and she pulls up a seat at your table. Not the polished version, not the curated version, the real version, the unedited truth. She tells you what happened, what broke her, what changed her, how she rebuilt herself. She shares the lessons she learned when no one was watching. And for the first time, you begin to see yourself in her story. Then you hear more chairs moving. Therapists, coaches, wellness experts, women who have dedicated their lives to helping others heal. They pull up a seat too, and they begin sharing their tools, the practices, the strategies, the wisdoms. They help explain what happens when high-achieving women spend years surviving, but never learn how to truly heal. They show us what reinvention actually looks like. Not perfection, not performance, but healing, growth, transformation. And suddenly, you're sitting at a table surrounded by women who understand, women who have lived it, women who have found their way through it. Imagine that. Now, imagine it's becoming real. Because that's exactly what we've created. Welcome to the architecture of reinvention, the art of unbecoming, a special series from Elevate Within, where high-achieving women share their stories we've never been taught to tell out loud. Stories about burnout, stories about grief, identity shifts, leadership, healing, and what it truly means to become who you were always meant to be. The series premieres July 1st, so pull up a chair, take a seat at the table, listen, learn, heal. Together, we will uplift. Together, we will empower. Together, we will unite. And together, we will discover that none of us were ever meant to navigate the messy middle alone. Welcome to Elevate Within. Because the messy middle isn't the end of your story. It's the place where your next chapter begins.